You know, I think, Rob Parker, you're a happy guy. And you're fun and you're playful. I would say you have aged well. We all know Joy is aging beautifully. She's still young, though.
She's young. We're old.
But you have aged well. You're not bitter. You're happy. You're funny. You laugh a lot.
I've never been happier in life.
I feel the exact same way. I feel like I'm the luckiest guy in the world. I was telling my son yesterday the gratitude I have. I told my daughter last week, I said, if you can work for a company that treats you like I'm treated, you've hit it out of the park. Blah, 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 sucking up to the bosses. Now, I tend to surround myself with people who age similarly. They're happy. They're into their kids. They're into their wife. I don't like bitter people. At 35, having played 360 more games and 60 more playoff games, LeBron James is the happiest, the most focused. His assists have never been higher. He's playing to elevate others. Michael Jordan at 35 was just about to quit for a second time and disappear. His assists at 35 were the lowest of his career. He stopped passing. I'll do it myself. That MJ's got a I got this DNA. LeBron's got a we got this DNA. And I'm watching LeBron last night against Denver. He is so joyful. He is sharing. I've never seen him pass this much. We view that as a weakness in sports. You can't carry your team, but what makes Patrick Mahomes great? He loves sharing in the joy. It's not all about Patrick. Sometimes with Aaron Rodgers, you and I think it's all about Aaron. Michael didn't age as well as LeBron. Look at what he did last night. It's 32, 14, 11 rebounds. Anthony Davis is like, I've never had more fun. Danny Green is like, it's incredible how good our chemistry is.
You say that now until they lose to the Clippers in the playoffs, and let's see how happy everybody is. I mean, Colin, I hear you. I still would take Michael Jordan at 35. You would coming off a championship. And maybe, you know, when we talk about Michael, it's all about him. He was the ultimate competitor, always wanted to win. It was, and he took on the brunt of everything that came his way. I mean, was he tough on teammates? Yes.
But
there were other guys who made big shots where he went to them and said, be ready. I'm going to pass you the ball, Steve Kerr. Be ready. It's coming. And he was a part of that. He shared. It wasn't always.
He had to be talked out of being a ball hog by Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson said, listen, do you want to score 60 or do you want to be a winner? Because right now you're just a guy that nobody wants to play with, even though you're great. LeBron's never had to be talked out of sharing the ball.
But here's the other problem, though. How come guys didn't want to play with LeBron other than AD, who was a part of the management team?
Well,
just think about this.
Other than AD, that's all I care about.
No, but Kawhi Leonard could have easily been here. How easy would his life have been with AD, LeBron, him? He's still in L.A., his hometown, still in L.A., playing in the same building, load management, and then they would be winning the next 3 or 4 championships. And you know what he said? No, thank you. Paul George is from here. He had 2 chances to come here. Remember the first time?
Yeah.
Wouldn't even talk to Magic Johnson. Wouldn't even give him a meeting. Wanted no part of it. So I hear what you're saying about LeBron, but let's be honest. He's had a hard time attracting people.
Okay.
No?
Kyrie Irving, the earth is flat.
No.
Got tired of him. Kawhi Leonard, love him, but odd and unique as a personality. So I'm okay if I land Anthony Davis, but quirky Kawhi wants something different. He doesn't even have an agent. And Kyrie Irving, who doesn't like anybody. I mean, let's be honest about Kyrie.
Okay, but
his teammates don't like him. His coaches don't like him. If you land AD, it eliminates the argument that nobody wants to play with him. The first or second best free agent chose him.
If AD wasn't a part of the management team, I would buy into that argument. But he was a part of the LeBron brand and Rich Paul. That's all I'm saying.
So sharing and
if
creating
he wasn't,
a brand.
No. He wasn't with Rich Paul first, and then LeBron got there. It's the other way around. He joined in, and then, oh, yeah, well, you should play with LeBron. I get it. I'm not mad at AD if he wanted to come to L.A. or whatnot. He hasn't committed yet.
By the way, did D. Wade and Chris Bosh, 2 super smart guys, want to play with LeBron?
No, right. LeBron wanted to play with them. Remember, he went to Miami.
Yeah, let me tell you something.
Did he not go to Miami, or did they come to Cleveland to play with LeBron? Which one was it?
Well, LeBron decided, I want to be part of something special. They got on the phone and conjoined, and we're all on board. It wasn't like, you beat me by 9 seconds, your flight landed sooner on the tarmac. In the end, I always hear this, nobody wants to play with LeBron. So D. Wade, one of the most beloved players in league history, wanted to. Chris Bosh, about as smart a player as the league. I mean, is Chris Bosh could run a team. Anthony Davis is at least the first or second best free agent available outside of LeBron in the last 5 years. They don't want to play with LeBron. Kooky Kyrie doesn't. And Kawhi, who's...
But what about Paul George, who's from here, Palmdale, not that far? I'm just asking. He had a chance to come.
Yeah.
Everybody thought, all the Laker fans wanted him, right? He wanted to come home. He talked about it for 2 years.
He was traded.
LeBron came.
Well, he was traded.
Right, but LeBron came.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, he didn't want to come. And then... then all of a sudden he wanted to come back to L.A., but to play with Kawhi. That's all I'm saying is that there are guys who look like they didn't want to play. Kawhi, of all people,
By the way,
could have had an easier road with LeBron.
And all I'm saying is, who wanted to play with MJ at the end? Not even his own teammates liked him.
At the end, it wasn't pretty. And sometimes when you have guys who are like that, who are driven, who just winning means everything to him, wasn't friendly about people, I could see that where he wasn't friendly. But you never said to yourself, he doesn't work hard. He's not a leader. He's not all that. Fun is good. Winning is better than fun.
Well, remember this. Michael Jordan didn't win anything between James Worthy at North Carolina and Scottie Pippen. He went 8 years and didn't win anything. And then Phil Jackson and Scottie Pippen arrived, and suddenly Michael he's just a winner. He wasn't a winner for 8 out of 10 years in a decade.
All right, and so how many times did Scottie Pippen win the MVP of the finals? How many times did he win on those 6 championships?
Michael was a scorer. Scottie is a slasher. LeBron is a giver. Michael was a taker. But you're almost out of words here.
No, I'm just...
you know that you were good on that Stafford thing. Now I got you cornered.
You said you were going to paint me into a corner, and I'm just trying to think about it.
Can you at least acknowledge LeBron has aged incredibly well?
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
God,
but
he is playing with such joy, and he shares the ball. It's a joy to watch.
No, he's playing great. I know he's averaging 25 points, his second lowest total ever.
You know he could average.
Got the assist up.
You know he could average 30. You and I know that.
And last year he played really well, despite them not making the playoffs. Right, his numbers were good. So I get the part about that. LeBron is that kind of guy.
Oh, that's pretty good for you.
That's good for me.
That's as far as you can. You didn't come around. You moved the meter about 10%. It's Rob Parker. He's on a great radio show, The Odd Couple, with Chris Broussard, who threw up today and had to go home sick.
I'm hoping that Chris is not going to be working tonight on the show. He'll be all right.
You got sick.
Feel better. Feel better, Chris.
You know what? I thought it was something I said, but I think it's a flu.
No, I've almost thrown up on some of your takes, but this was influenza. Get better, Chris. Hour 2 next.